What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today on this video we will be solving for x by factorizing trigonometric equations. So I'm going to show you guys how to how to solve this problem, how to go around this problem, and again how to analyze the information that is given to you. So when you look at this problem, we have an expression there whereby you're given 4 sine squared minus 1, and that is equaling to 0. Now on the side here you are given that x cannot be less than 0 but can be equal to 0, and at the same time cannot be greater than 360 but equal to 360. So basically this is the range where you're supposed to play about when you find your x. So if you look at our if you go back and you look at our cast diagram, by the way, if you don't know about cast diagram, I made a video about cast diagram. There's a playlist whereby you can watch whereby I explain the cast diagram. So we know that this is 0, this is 90 degrees, this is 180 degrees, and that is 270 degrees, and going back to 360. So meaning the x that we are looking for here, it should be within whole or one cycle. Remember, from 0 to 360 is the whole cast diagram, meaning all the quadrants here. But then it will depend on our x. How do we find our x? So let's start. So when you take this question here, as you can see already, this one is way much easier. This is a difference of 2 squares, because 4, if you square root 4 you have 2. If you square root sine squared, you're going to have sine x. If you square root 1, the square root of 1 is 1. So you can say the following when you solve it. You can do it this way, you can approach it this way. You can say 2 sine x minus 1. Remember the difference of 2 squares, guys. They must be minus and plus x plus 1. All this is equal to 0. Now this means that the other one here, you're going to have sine x, and then if you take this one to the other side, it's going to be 1, and then because we divide by 2, it's going to be positive 2, and the other one is going to be sine x, and then you do the same thing because this is positive. Now you're going to have negative, and then divide by 2. So as you can see, this is where we stop and check. Is where we stop and check exactly where to from here. So let's start with the first one here. Sine x is equal to half. Now whatever the answer we get here, remember we need to find x. Whatever the answer we get here, it's gonna be the answer whereby sine is positive. So when you go back to our cast diagram, sine is positive on the first and the second quadrant. So on the first quadrant and the second quadrant, we know that sine is positive, guys, right? We know that sine is positive. So hence the first one there, whereby sine is equaling to half, that's where we're gonna get our answers. So let's start with this one. So you can say first, and then you say second. Alright, so let's start with the first. Now on the first, we know that you can say x is equaling to sine arc 0,5. 0,5 is the same as half. So what do you get when you say sine arc 0,5? Now you're using your calculator, guys. You will get 30. So our first answer here is gonna be 30 degrees, right? So we are fine with this one. So this is the first answer for the first quadrant, whereby sine is positive. Now on the second quadrant, which is this one here, how do we represent the second quadrant? If you still remember the second quadrant using the 180 rule, you know that it's 180 minus. So here on the second quadrant here, it's 180 minus theta. So in order for you to find x here in the second quadrant, you can say x is equal to 180 minus theta. So in this case, theta is the same as x here. So you can say 180 minus 30. So our answer is gonna give us 180 minus 30 is gonna give us 150 degrees. So that is another answer for us for x when sine is positive. So we have two answers now. So this is another answer when sine is positive. So we have 150 degrees and 30. So this is when sine is positive, the first and the second quadrant. Remember this here, this answer here, this one here, this one here. Let me just highlight very quickly. These are the answers whereby sine is positive. Remember, sine x is positive half. Now what is our answer when now sine x is negative half? So we already know that half give us 30 degrees. So now where is sine negative? Remember guys, sine is negative on the third quadrant. Let me just use a red pen this time, a red color. Here, third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. On this quadrant here, sine is negative. So let me just do it some way here so that we don't get confused. So we know that the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant sine is negative. So how do we represent the third quadrant? So the third quadrant, you can say sine is equal to what? Yeah, sine is equal to 180 plus theta. Remember, this is how we represent the third quadrant. Here on the third quadrant, you know it's 180 plus theta. Now remember, our acute angle here is the same as this one here. It's just that here it's negative. It's 1/2. So that will give us 30. So it will give us 30. So we can say 180 plus 30. So the answer here is going to be 180 plus 30. So 180 plus 30 is equal to 210. So for this one here is going to be 210. So that is your x on your third quadrant. Then in your fourth quadrant, again, how do you represent the fourth quadrant? Is 360 plus theta. Oh, sorry, minus theta, guys, not plus theta. Minus theta. The fourth quadrant is 360 minus theta. Now x is going to be 360 minus theta. So don't forget our acute angle again. We're still going to use 30 minus 30. So our x is going to give us 330 degrees. So these two answers here, these are the x's when our sine is negative. So here is when our sign is negative. So guys, do not forget that this is how we do this one, guys. Basically, this is how we do this one. The reason why we're doing all the quadrant is because we are given here where to focus from 0 to 360. So whatever the x you can get here from 0 to 360, we must get it. So with our answers here, whereby sine x is equal to half and also is equal to minus half, it means now we must focus on the quadrant whereby it's positive when it's half, and the quadrant whereby it's negative where it's minus half. And we only have 2 for both. So guys, I hope you understand. If it's so happen that you don't understand, you can ask questions on the comment sections, and also you can leave a comment if it's so happen that there's something that you need to add. Share the videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much guys for watching. Till next time, cheers.